What's up, guys? This is Big Worm 380, and we're back for another PUBG update with the patch notes for update number 7. Alright, so let's get into this. So for gameplay, they've increased damage to the vehicle body. This is for cars, okay? I think this is a good thing that they're doing here, because I think people are using cars a little more than just getting around. I mean, it's one thing to run somebody over if you're just out and about, but I think a lot of people are using the cars at the end of rounds. You know, that's kind of the thing to do because it's on the Xbox and you're using the controller. It's a lot harder to hit people in vehicles, so So they increased damage to vehicle body with significant damage to the wheels and targeted with gunfire. When targeted with gunfire. Increased damage to vehicle when successfully targeted with a grenade. Both driver and passenger will suffer injuries from crashing into objects or other vehicles. The Dacia, UAZ, and buggy. Slight reduction to player damage when being struck by a vehicle. So, I mean, I don't know, it's that last one, yeah, that's kind of important, but I think more importantly, being able to damage the vehicles more is a good thing. I mean, if I don't get in vehicles at the end of rounds usually. I usually try to, if I need a vehicle to catch up with the circle, then I don't like being in vehicles at the end of the round because it tells everybody exactly where you're at. But a lot of people do use them, so I do like this set of updates right here. This is good. Optimizations. Continued optimization for controller input lag. That's good. The controls on this Xbox version of PUBG, I've always described them as kind of mushy feeling, floaty. So that's good. That's what that is. Visual quality of reticle is improved for Xbox One. That's your red dot, holographic, and 2x sight. And for bug fixes, resolved issue where inventory may highlight the wrong column when looting. I don't know that I've experienced that, or I probably have and didn't even realize it maybe. The sensitivity setting for 4x scope is now applied to the permanent scope on the VSS. Now the VSS, I've only ran into that gun a few times maybe, and from what I understand, it's not one of the better sniper rifles. Haven't really used it, so I don't know how that's going to affect that gun, really. Auto run, which they added in the last update by double clicking the left stick, is disabled when aiming down the sights. That's good to know. Players can now use the D-pad while in map view without switching melee, pistol, or throwing weapons. That's a good one. That's one of the things. And then this other one, the bottom one, fixed issue when removing marker on the map when pressing Y will no longer switch primary, secondary weapons. Those two are good because I have run into that a lot of times, and that's kind of annoying. It hasn't happened at a time where it's caused me to get killed necessarily, but it very well could. Right when you come out of a map after you've pushed some buttons or whatever, and it's as if the map wasn't open, you've swapped weapons and you've got the wrong shit in your hands. Somebody runs up on you right at that point. That could be the difference between you getting them or them getting you. So that's good that they're fixing stuff like that. Fixed issue where crosshair is not displayed correctly after players reconnect to a game session. Yeah, that's pretty important. I don't think I've run into that. I've only been knocked out of a game once or twice and had to reconnect. But normally if I'm playing with friends, I'll reconnect. But if it's just single solos, then I'll just usually start another round. But yeah, that's pretty important. Now, the only thing, all this stuff sounds good, but I'm kind of wondering, it does say up here that we have a few minor updates to gameplay this week alongside bug fixes and performance tweaks as noted below. Hopefully they have a little bit bigger update coming with some network improvements and stuff like that. And, because that's kind of really what, all this stuff is important. I mean, they've got tons of stuff to fix on this game overall. But they need to get on the network stuff, the server stuff, because that's the main problem for a lot of people. I'm playing on an Xbox One X, and I've seen some videos of some guys playing on the regular Xbox, and it's like when you parachute in and the buildings aren't even rendered in, or you run into buildings right after you land and there's shit floating where there should be a table, and I've seen people go up to what should be a table and start looting the stuff floating in the air, and then the table spawns around them and they get killed. It's like they got to get that stuff fixed too, and I'm sure they got to be working on that. So hopefully some more of that stuff will be coming in the next one. I think what we're going to go do right now is hop into a round and check out some of these updates. All right, gonna head down to my little spot I like. Now, here's the thing too. If you guys aren't aware, they're gonna be giving away 30,000 battle points. Those are the points you accumulate over playing, you know, games and stuff. And that's for opening up crates. Everybody that signs up, or not signs up, but anybody that gets the game and plays, I think, or creates a player or whatever, is if you get the game and play it before January 31st, come February 1st, you should see 30,000 battle points added to your player or whatever. And that's just a thank you from the PUBG developers for hitting 4 million players on the Xbox version. So that's pretty cool. Uh-oh, I hear somebody racking shells. Gotcha. All right, here comes a vehicle. I'm just gonna go ahead. I mean, well, never mind. I'm trying to engage some vehicles here to see about this new damage they got going on, but, you know, of course, if I wasn't trying to do this, I'd normally let them go anyway, and they'd be running me over. So, it seems like they did do a good job updating the input lag on the controls. I guess that added to or was what I was talking about earlier, how the controls kind of feel mushy or floaty sometimes. They seem a little tighter, which that's good. They need to do, you know, I want to play some more to make sure, but it does seem like it's tightened up just a little bit, and that's a big thing. Oh man, that's how it goes. All right, well, it looks like everything, I don't get the auto run. I'm double clicking on the left stick and I don't know. Maybe it works and I'm doing it wrong. I don't really see the point of it. I'd rather just do it myself anyway. I can confirm the D-pad seems to be working in the Y button. They don't change your weapons and stuff when you're in the map views, so that's good. As far as the vehicles, I think I just fucked that, I think that buggy hit something or, you know, glitched in the ground or something and flipped. I can't imagine that me shooting it did that. But yeah, that's the biggest thing for the update, guys. It looks like they're kind of leveling the playing field between vehicles, you know, people in vehicles and people out of vehicles, which I think is important on the Xbox version. On PC, it's a little different. It's a little easier to aim with the mouse and keyboard. You can make those shots a little easier. I'm not saying it's super easy, but with a controller, it's pretty hard hitting people in a vehicle. So at least you can damage the vehicles more and kind of even that up. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.